Hello.
Okay, so can you tell me more about numbers and stuff? Like, how is it like?
Yeah, so sometimes when I'm doing my math, the numbers will get a bit weird. Like, I'll be writing a 7 and then it becomes 2 when I write it down. Similar to how, like, sometimes when I write A, I automatically write it as G.
That's interesting. So you know that you're writing A, but the hands just auto mode.
Yeah.
Then when you're doing like working and equations and stuff, does it get very challenging? Or when you're reading your math questions?
Both. Because, well, I've actually gotten questions wrong before because I automatically wrote a 2 instead of 7.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Like you knew you wanted to write 7, you wrote 2 and you didn't realize
I
it.
didn't
right?
realize.
But if you didn't have time to check through.
Yeah. Because it was one of the quizzes my math teacher gave, so. And it doesn't give any time for people to check.
No, that must be really frustrating. Yeah. Then so when you're doing your equations and stuff, or when you're reading the question, do the numbers switch around for you?
Well, sometimes.
Then any other interesting things you have to share about dyslexia and math?
Yeah, sometimes I'll be writing minus, and then it automatically becomes either equal sign, plus sign, or division sign.
Oh no!
Yeah. And then I still see that. And then I do the equation with the sign that I wrote down instead of the sign that I was supposed to use. Yeah.
Oh no. Ruben, did I just hear you say that also happens to you?
Yes.
I'm sure that one's just because he's careless, one.
Like sometimes I'm just writing any symbol, then it turns into an equals.
You sure that's not because your handwriting is messy?
I'm sure that's because your handwriting.
Do you?
No.
I mean, these are things you need to bring up to the psychologist when you're doing your assessment. And I will never know. I mean, because dyslexia comes in many ways. Apparently, I just learned that. Like some people have something called rapid naming dyslexia. So they'll go like, that one, I place it over there, in that room.
And sometimes I call my friend the wrong name.
then how? They go like, oi.
Oh, no, they don't realize. Most of the time, they don't realize.
But do you find it easy or difficult to memorize things? Like how do you encourage yourself to read even though it's difficult?
I like books.
You like books even though it's hard to read?
Yeah.
So
I like the stories.
you like the stories. So the stories are what drives you to read?
Yeah.
But it takes you a long time to read, right?
Yeah.
Do you find that using highlighters are helpful?
Highlighters. I don't actually carry any highlighters with me, but I'll underline. I won't use highlighters.
Oh, are highlighters too blinding?
Yeah, like if you're reading in like a bright area, they can be extremely blinding.
Ah, okay. So you prefer to underline with markers? Okay.
Not markers.
With pen
Yeah, or pencil.
or pencil.
Usually pencil.
Okay. Do fonts make a difference? Like font sizes,
sometimes.
spacing.
Yeah, especially if the font is like some very stylized fonts are quite hard to read.
Or like mommy's handwriting.
Yeah, the cursive.
I'm sorry. I try very hard to write straight, but I slip into cursive. Yeah. Do you find that the dyslexic font helps? The one that
Dyslexic font?
when you're reading the ebook, then sometimes you there's a font that's for dyslexics. Do you remember? I forgot already. Like a few years ago, you used before when you're using my Kobo or my Kindle.
No, I remember the Kindle and the ebooks, but I didn't remember the dyslexic
Yeah, there was
font.
a dyslexic font.
Didn't know that.
You forgot. You've actually seen it before.
Okay.
What about Okay, so memory. Do you find that dyslexia makes it hard to memorize things? And
I'm not sure. It might just be that I'm a bit forgetful.
So how do you try to remember stuff?
I just
like that?
repeat it in my head. Sometimes it'll go off and I'll wander off and I forget. So sometimes very quietly I'll just repeat the thing to myself.
So repetition is very important. Even if we know something, it's good to like repeat it. I think that goes with what you learn in school, especially like you know, when you have exams and stuff coming up, then there's a lot of like you need to revise constantly, so you don't have a lot to revise at one shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love you.
Love you.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.